Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of electric cars, a revolution that's not only changing how we move from one place to another, but also shaping the future of technology, energy, and even global politics. Electric vehicles, once a futuristic dream, are now parked in our neighborhoods, zipping quietly on highways, and challenging century-old car makers to adapt or fall behind. But in a market filled with promises, flashy designs, and bold claims, the real question is, which electric car brands truly stand out? Which ones have the history, the financial power, the technological innovation, and the real-world effectiveness that drivers actually care about? In this long-form documentary-style breakdown, we're going to take you on a deep journey. We'll look at the biggest electric car brands in the world, when they started, which country they call home, what they're worth today, how effective their vehicles are on real roads, and perhaps most importantly, what everyday people who drive them actually say. This won't be just about glossy advertising or stock market hype. We'll explore the praise, the complaints, the quirks, and the realities of living with these machines. From the American giant Tesla, to China's BYD, to the cautious but powerful Toyota, Germany's Volkswagen, Mercedes and BMW, and the newcomers like NIO, Rivian, and Lucid, we'll leave no stone unturned. We'll even look at the categories of EVs themselves: sedans, SUVs, pickups, luxury models, and compact city cars. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear sense not only of which brands dominate today, but also of where the future is headed, and what kind of EV might be right for you. So, buckle up, because this is the full story of the world's most powerful electric car brands. Tesla. If we're talking about electric cars, we simply cannot start anywhere else but with Tesla. Tesla was founded in July of 2003 in the United States, in California's Silicon Valley. An unlikely birthplace for a car company, but a perfect hub for a technology revolution. Today, Tesla is headquartered in Austin, Texas, and has become one of the most valuable car makers in history, with a market capitalization that has at times soared above $1 trillion. Even in 2025, it remains a company worth hundreds of billions, easily sitting among the most valuable automakers in the world. But what makes Tesla so unique? First, Tesla didn't invent the electric car. Electric vehicles existed over a century ago, long before gasoline cars dominated the roads. But Tesla reinvented what people thought an EV could be. Before Tesla, the idea of an electric car often meant a slow, short-range, uninspiring commuter pod. Tesla changed that with sleek design, long driving ranges, cutting-edge software, and acceleration so fast that it embarrassed traditional sports cars. One of Tesla's biggest strengths is its range and efficiency. Take a Tesla Model S or Model 3, and you're looking at some of the longest ranges available in mass-market EVs. For many years, Tesla was the only brand delivering over 300 miles on a single charge, and even today, it continues to be a benchmark. On the road, that means fewer charging stops and more freedom to drive like you would with a gas car. Another critical advantage is the Supercharger network. Unlike most automakers, Tesla didn't just build cars, it built its own global fueling infrastructure. The Supercharger stations are fast, reliable, and integrated seamlessly into the car's navigation system. If you're taking a road trip, the Tesla will plot your stops, tell you exactly how long to charge, and even precondition your battery for optimal charging speed before you arrive. For many owners, this network is the reason Tesla feels like the only EV that can truly replace a gas car for long journeys. But Tesla isn't without its controversies. Owners often praise the performance and convenience, but criticize the build quality. Complaints of panel misalignments, paint issues, or cheap interior trim are common. Some shrug it off, saying the software and battery tech outweigh these flaws, but others feel frustrated when paying premium prices. There's also the matter of Tesla's autopilot and full self-driving software. On paper, it's one of the most advanced driver assistance systems in the world, capable of automatic lane changes, highway navigation, and city-street driving under human supervision. In practice, it's both praised and criticized. Owners marvel at how it reduces fatigue on long trips, but regulators warn that the marketing sometimes oversells its capabilities. Still, Tesla's focus on over-the-air updates means the cars get smarter with time, a feature traditional brands are only beginning to catch up with. So what do people say about Tesla? Here are some common impressions. I can drive from Los Angeles to San Francisco with just one quick charging stop. That's a game changer. The acceleration is addictive, it feels like piloting a spaceship. But the build quality? Sometimes I feel like my doors don't line up the way they should. Tesla is not a perfect company, but it is undeniably the brand that forced the world to take electric cars seriously. If you want cutting-edge technology, the longest ranges, and a mature charging network, Tesla still sits at the very top of the EV world. BYD. Now, let's travel from the United States to China, where one of Tesla's fiercest rivals has risen. BYD. BYD stands for Build Your Dreams, and the company's story is just as ambitious as its name. It began in February 1995, not as a car maker, but as a battery manufacturer in Shenzhen, China. From humble beginnings making rechargeable batteries for phones and electronics, BYD expanded into automobiles in 2003, and today, it has grown into one of the world's largest EV producers. BYD's strength lies in vertical integration. While many automakers rely on external suppliers for batteries, often the single most expensive part of an EV, BYD makes its own. This gives them control over costs, supply chains, and innovation. Their famous Blade battery is known for safety, thermal stability, and compact design, addressing one of the biggest concerns buyers often have about EVs, the fear of battery fires or degradation. Financially, BYD is a giant. By 2025, the company has been valued in the range of $100 to $130 billion, making it one of the most valuable car manufacturers globally, and certainly the leader in China. Unlike Tesla, which mainly targets premium buyers, BYD dominates the mass market. It sells millions of vehicles each year, across sedans, SUVs, buses, and even commercial vehicles. In fact, in terms of sheer sales volume, BYD has already surpassed Tesla in global EV sales in certain quarters. But how do BYD cars perform in the real world? For one, they offer tremendous value for money. Buyers often get solid range, comfortable interiors, and modern features for prices that undercut Western brands significantly. The BYD Atto 3, for instance, has gained popularity in Europe and Asia as an affordable yet well-equipped EV SUV. Drivers say it feels like a normal car, easy to adapt to, with reliable everyday performance. Here are some common praises from BYD owners. For the price, the features I get are incredible. It doesn't feel cheap. The range is more than enough for my daily commute, and I don't feel like I'm paying for hype. I feel confident in the safety of the Blade battery. Of course, BYD also faces criticisms. Its global service and support network is still developing, especially in Western markets where the brand is new. Some buyers are hesitant about long-term reliability outside of China, and others feel that the design and branding lack the prestige of European or American rivals. Yet, BYD's rise cannot be ignored. Its combination of affordability, innovation, and scale has made it a powerhouse that even Elon Musk has acknowledged as Tesla's biggest competitor. In China, BYD is already the go-to EV for millions of households. And as the company expands aggressively into Europe, Southeast Asia, and beyond, it's only a matter of time before more of the world is driving Build Your Dreams. Toyota. When you think of Toyota, you probably don't immediately picture sleek electric cars racing down the freeway. Instead, you picture reliability, practicality, and the quiet confidence of a company that has mastered the art of building cars people can trust. Toyota was founded back in 1937 in Japan, and for decades, it has been one of the most dominant forces in global automotive history. As of 2025, Toyota remains one of the richest and most powerful automakers in the world, with a market capitalization hovering around $200 billion. But when it comes to electric vehicles, Toyota has often been accused of being slow. Why? Because while others were pouring billions into battery electric cars, Toyota focused heavily on hybrids. The legendary Toyota Prius, launched in 1997, became the poster child for eco-friendly driving long before EVs were mainstream. But Toyota hesitated to dive fully into battery EVs, arguing that the technology needed more time to mature. Instead, they invested in hybrids and hydrogen fuel cell vehicles. On the road, Toyota's EVs today are beginning to catch up. Cars like the Toyota bZ4X, part of their Beyond Zero lineup, are their answer to Tesla and BYD. Owners of the bZ4X often describe it as safe, comfortable, and reliable, but not necessarily groundbreaking. It reflects Toyota's personality: cautious, careful, and focused on long-term durability rather than flashy innovation. Drivers comment, "I know it's not the fastest or most futuristic EV, but I trust Toyota more than I trust startups." The interior feels familiar. It's like a Toyota, but electric. "I wish the range were longer, but I appreciate the peace of mind that Toyota engineering brings." So Toyota may not be the boldest in this race, but its strength lies in its global reach and brand trust. Millions of people worldwide drive Toyotas every single day. And when Toyota scales its EV production fully, it could reshape the market overnight. Volkswagen. Next, let's head to Germany, the land of precision engineering, and talk about Volkswagen. Volkswagen was founded in 1937, originally as a state-backed project to build the people's car. Fast forward to today, and Volkswagen is a global giant with a market capitalization around $70 to $80 billion, leading one of the biggest automotive groups in the world, which also owns Audi, Porsche, Lamborghini, and Bentley. Volkswagen's transition to electric hasn't been without bumps. The company was rocked by the Dieselgate scandal in 2015, when it was caught cheating emissions tests. That scandal became a turning point. VW had to rebuild its image, and going electric was the perfect way to do it. Now the Volkswagen ID lineup, like the ID.3 hatchback and ID.4 SUV, represents their EV push. These cars are praised for solid build quality, practicality, and European design. They may not have Tesla-level range or acceleration, but they feel dependable, safe, and well-made. Owners often say, "It feels like a proper car first and an EV second." The infotainment system can be clunky, but the drive quality is excellent. I trust VW's service centers more than I trust new brands. Volkswagen is also investing heavily in charging infrastructure across Europe, through partnerships that aim to rival Tesla's Supercharger network. And because they're such a massive player globally, they have the scale to bring EVs to millions of people, especially in Europe where EV adoption is moving fast. Volkswagen's strength lies in its legacy, the trust of generations of drivers, combined with the resources of a giant automaker determined to prove it can lead the electric age. Mercedes-Benz. If Volkswagen represents the people's car, then Mercedes-Benz represents prestige, luxury, and innovation. Mercedes-Benz, founded in 1926 in Germany, is part of the Daimler Group and remains one of the most valuable luxury automakers in the world, with a valuation of roughly $80 billion. For decades, owning a Mercedes has been a status symbol, a mark of engineering excellence and refined luxury. But how does that translate into the EV space? Mercedes' EQ lineup is the answer. Cars like the EQS sedan and EQE SUV combine electric performance with the luxury you'd expect from Mercedes. Step inside and you're greeted by massive, hyperscreens, cutting-edge driver assist features and cabins that feel like a rolling lounge. On the road, Mercedes EVs are praised for their comfort and sophistication. They might not be the fastest in the 0 to 60 race compared to Tesla's ludicrous mode, but they deliver smoothness, quietness, and refinement. It's not about raw power, it's about effortless cruising. Drivers often comment, "It feels like a Mercedes first, then an EV." Luxury hasn't been compromised. The range is good, though charging speed could be better. This car makes me feel like I'm in the future, but without losing the comfort of the past. Mercedes also positions itself as a leader in sustainability, using eco-friendly materials in interiors and aiming for carbon-neutral production by 2039. For buyers who want an EV that screams sophistication, Mercedes delivers. BMW. Another German powerhouse, BMW. Founded in 1916, BMW is known worldwide for its slogan, "The ultimate driving machine." As of 2025, BMW's market capitalization is around $70 billion, and the brand has been aggressive in electrifying its fleet. BMW was one of the earliest premium automakers to experiment with EVs, launching the quirky i3 back in 2013 and the futuristic i8 plug-in hybrid sports car. These cars were ahead of their time, but BMW has since doubled down with a full range of electric models, like the i4 sedan, the 9 SUV, and the sporty 9.3. On the road, BMW EVs are celebrated for driving dynamics. True to the brand's DNA, they're fun to drive, with precise handling and a sporty feel that many EVs lack. Owners often say they feel connected to the road in a way that Teslas sometimes miss. Owner comments: "The interior feels premium, with a mix of tech and tradition. The software isn't as smooth as Tesla's, but the driving experience makes up for it." BMW positions itself as the EV for enthusiasts, the buyer who doesn't just want to get from A to B, but wants to enjoy every curve along the way. And with its global reputation, BMW is ensuring its EVs don't just follow trends, but stand out in performance. Hyundai and Kia. Finally, let's head to South Korea, where Hyundai and Kia are quietly shaking up the EV industry. Hyundai was founded in 1967, Kia even earlier in 1944, and together they form the Hyundai Motor Group, one of the world's largest automakers. Today, their combined market value is around $50 to $60 billion, and they've become known as innovators in the EV space. Their flagship models like the Hyundai Ioniq 5, Ioniq 6, and Kia EV6 have received worldwide acclaim. These cars are praised for futuristic design, excellent range, ultra-fast charging speeds, and affordability compared to premium brands. On the road, Hyundai and Kia EVs are known for practicality. Thanks to their 800-volt charging systems, they can add hundreds of kilometers of range in under 20 minutes at fast chargers, putting them ahead of many competitors in charging technology. Drivers say, "The Ioniq 5 feels like a spaceship inside, with clean futuristic design. The charging speed is unmatched, it makes road trips easy. You get so much value for the price, it feels like I'm driving a premium car without paying premium money." Hyundai and Kia are also winning awards globally, from World Car of the Year to Design and Innovation prizes. They prove that South Korea is not just about electronics and smartphones. It's also about leading the charge in the EV revolution. NIO. Let's move back to China, where a brand that many call the Tesla of China has been making waves. NIO. Founded in 2014 in Shanghai, NIO is much younger than Tesla or BYD, but in just over a decade it has built a powerful reputation in the EV industry. By 2025, NIO's market capitalization sits in the range of $15 to $20 billion. While that's smaller than giants like Tesla or Toyota, NIO's influence is felt strongly, especially in China and Europe. What sets NIO apart? Two things: battery swapping and customer experience. Instead of waiting at a charging station for 30 minutes or more, NIO allows drivers to pull into a battery swap station, where robots automatically remove the depleted battery and replace it with a fully charged one in under 5 minutes. For drivers in a hurry, this eliminates range anxiety entirely. NIO has already built hundreds of these swap stations in China and is expanding them to Europe. On the road, NIO's cars, like the ES8 SUV or ET7 sedan, are praised for their luxury feel, smooth ride, and high-tech interiors. They're often compared to German premium brands, but with Chinese innovation layered on top. Owners say, battery swapping is the ultimate convenience. It feels like refueling a gas car, but cleaner and faster. The design and interior feel premium, like a mix of Mercedes luxury and Tesla tech. The price is high, but you really feel the difference. NIO also emphasizes customer service, with lounges called NIO houses, where owners can relax, work, or meet like-minded EV enthusiasts. This lifestyle branding has given NIO a loyal following, and while the company still faces financial challenges, it represents a new vision of what a car brand can be in the 21st century. Rivian. From China, let's cross back to the United States, where Rivian has become one of the most talked about EV startups. Founded in 2009 by R.J. Scaringe, Rivian is based in Irvine, California, and focuses on electric adventure vehicles. As of 2025, its market capitalization hovers around $12 to $15 billion, though it has seen dramatic ups and downs in recent years. Rivian's vehicles, the R1T pickup truck and R1S SUV, are designed for outdoor enthusiasts. They're rugged, powerful, and built to go places where most EVs don't dare. Rivian trucks boast features like quad-motor all-wheel drive, off-road capability, and even a tank turn, where the vehicle can spin in place. On the road and off it, Rivian drivers praise the versatility. The R1T can tow heavy loads, carry camping gear in clever storage spaces like the gear tunnel, and still deliver smooth on-road driving. Driver impressions. It's the perfect EV for camping and road trips. It feels like an adventure partner. Charging infrastructure is still an issue, but Rivian's growing network is promising. The price is steep, but the technology and design justify it. Rivian has also partnered with Amazon to produce thousands of electric delivery vans, expanding beyond consumer vehicles and into commercial fleets. This gives Rivian a unique position. Not just an EV brand, but a logistics innovator too. Lucid Motors. Staying in the United States, we come to another premium EV challenger, Lucid Motors. Founded in 2007 and based in Newark, California, Lucid has quickly become known for pushing the limits of range and luxury. By 2025, its market capitalization is around $7 to $10 billion, smaller than Tesla or Rivian, but its ambition is massive. The Lucid Air sedan is their flagship vehicle, and it has shattered records with ranges exceeding 500 miles on a single charge, the longest of any EV on the market today. That kind of distance changes the game for long-haul drivers, making EVs feel more practical than ever. Inside, the Lucid Air offers a mix of minimalism and luxury, with high-end materials, spacious cabins, and advanced driver assist features. Owners often compare it to the Tesla Model S, but with more refinement and a stronger emphasis on range. What people say. The Lucid Air's range is unmatched. I don't even think about charging during the week. It feels like a luxury lounge on wheels, futuristic, but comfortable. Lucid is still a young company, so I worry about long-term support. Lucid is also eyeing expansion beyond sedans, with SUVs like the Gravity on the horizon. Their vision is to become the American answer to Mercedes in the electric age. Luxury without compromise. XPeng. Our final stop among the challengers takes us back to China, to XPeng Motors. Founded in 2014 in Guangzhou, XPeng has grown into one of the country's leading EV startups, with a market capitalization around $10 to $15 billion. Unlike NIO, which emphasizes luxury, XPeng focuses on smart technology and affordability. XPeng cars are packed with advanced driver assistance features, rivaling Tesla's autopilot. Their Spilot system allows for hands-free highway driving, automatic lane changes, and intelligent navigation. In fact, many Chinese reviewers argue XPeng's software feels more advanced and practical than Tesla's in certain conditions. On the road, cars like the XPeng P7 sedan and G9 SUV deliver solid range, modern interiors, and high value for money. They're not as luxurious as NIO or as affordable as BYD, but they strike a balance that appeals to tech-savvy buyers. Owners say, the smart features are incredible: parking, lane changes, even city driving feels assisted. It's like having a tech gadget on wheels. Service is still limited outside China, but the car itself is great. XPeng is also experimenting with futuristic ideas, like flying cars and advanced robotics, showing that it's not just competing in today's EV market, but preparing for the next frontier. Comparisons and people's voices. So how do these brands stack up against each other in real life? Let's listen to the voices of drivers around the world. Tesla owners often talk about performance and software. They love the acceleration, the convenience of the Supercharger network, and the fact that their car improves over time with updates. But they complain about build quality, and sometimes about Elon Musk's influence on the brand's reputation. BYD owners highlight value. For them, it's not about bragging rights, it's about practicality. They praise affordability, solid features, and the safety of BYD's Blade battery. But they acknowledge that outside China, service and brand recognition are still growing. Toyota drivers mention trust. Even if the range isn't as strong, they know Toyota won't let them down in terms of reliability. It's the safe bet, the brand their families have trusted for decades. Volkswagen drivers appreciate the balance of tradition and modernity. They get a familiar European driving experience, solid safety, and a practical EV, though they sometimes find the infotainment software frustrating. Mercedes and BMW drivers talk about prestige and driving feel. For Mercedes, it's about smooth luxury. For BMW, it's about sporty handling. These brands remind owners that EVs don't have to be bland appliances, they can be aspirational. Hyundai and Kia owners rave about charging speed and value. Many say their Ioniq or EV6 feels futuristic, with tech that rivals Tesla, but at a lower price. They see these Korean brands as the underdogs that are now leading the charge. NIO owners can't stop talking about battery swapping and the lifestyle perks. They feel like they're part of a club, not just buying a car. Rivian owners, on the other hand, celebrate adventure. It's the EV for camping, off-roading, and exploring. Lucid owners are proud of their unmatched range, while XPeng owners talk about smart features and affordability. Together, these voices show us that EVs aren't just machines. They're experiences, reflections of personality, and even statements of identity. So, what's the takeaway? The electric car revolution isn't being led by one single brand. It's a global movement, shaped by giants with decades of experience, and by startups willing to risk everything for a slice of the future. Tesla forced the industry to take EVs seriously. BYD proved that affordability and scale can win markets. Toyota, Volkswagen, Mercedes, and BMW are bringing their heritage into the electric age. Hyundai and Kia are showing that value and fast charging can disrupt expectations. And new players like NIO, Rivian, Lucid, and XPeng are pushing boundaries in luxury, adventure, range, and smart technology. On the road, EVs are no longer curiosities. They are practical, powerful, and increasingly everywhere. Owners are discovering not just efficiency and savings, but also new ways of thinking about cars. From battery swapping to ultra-fast charging, from software updates to record-breaking ranges, the electric revolution is reshaping how we move, and how we live. And as you watch this, one thing is certain. The EV story is still being written. 10 years from now, the brands at the top may look very different. But today, these are the leaders, the challengers, and the dreamers building our electric future. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the best electric car brands in the world. If you found this exploration helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned, because the future of cars is just getting started.